Hi everyone, welcome to School of Scarlet. Today I have another message for you. So this morning I was actually going to film my video outside like I usually do, out there by my pond that kind of looks kind of swampy. And so I went out there and I was actually going to turn on a fountain that I have. I have a couple fountains there that kind of help the water to have some movement, to have some air, and just kind of get the pond moving. So I went to go turn that on, but then it started raining. So the rain started to do that job for me because it started to rain pretty hard and the pond water started moving. So I stopped what I was doing there and I came inside. And so now I'm going to share this message with you inside. But as I was doing that, the message that was meant to be shared came through. So the way that I was looking at this pond, it really looked like a swamp, like a real swampy area. If you'll look back on some of my videos, you can see that pond. It has a kind of this green duckweed on top. And so again, we use water like these fountains and rain and things like that to get movement coming, oxygen coming. So what's coming through is that it is time to move. It is time to move. So that's what's coming through, that this is kind of like a swamp energy that you're currently in. It feels kind of swampy. It feels kind of like you're being stagnant in some ways. Maybe you're doing a lot of planning. Maybe you're doing a lot of staying home. Maybe you're just kind of retreating or resting. But what's coming through right now is now time to move. You're allowed to play now. It's time to play. So you're being called to come and play outside. So if you have not connected with your inner child, I would encourage you to connect with your inner child. I will link a video down below about the inner child. So you're being called to play, to go outside and play, to get some movement in your being. So if you're feeling kind of stagnant in your body, also what's coming through is that some of you are feeling stagnant in your body, and that this message is coming through for you to move your body. So, have you been laying in bed too long? Have you been sitting too long? As a matter of fact, yesterday I went to go work at my husband's job because someone had called in sick and they really needed an extra person. So, I went in and I worked in there, and I don't usually work there. I really never have, but I did yesterday. And what I noticed was that for those 8 hours, I sat for pretty much all of it. Probably maybe 30 minutes of it, I maybe didn't because of lunch and getting up to use the restroom and things like that. But the majority of time, I sat there. So that was not good because I wasn't used to that. I'm used to moving a lot in my days. I have a lot of different activities and chores and things that I do. Because I work at home, I do a lot of my housework, my outside animal chores, and like things that I do for y'all through YouTube and my one-on-one sessions and things like that. I do all of that within a certain time frame, and I'm always moving. I'm moving around. But I didn't move at all hardly yesterday, and so when I left there, my bottom was hurting. My back was hurting. I actually felt way more exhausted than when I work outside with the animals, or even cutting down like weeds, trees, all this yard work and stuff that I do. I felt more exhausted yesterday from just sitting for 8 hours working that job. The job wasn't hard, only like one person called, but it was something about being stagnant. So if you have a job that keeps you stagnant, find ways to move around. So I had always really worked a 9 to 5 job up until the last couple of years. And the last place that I worked, they allowed people during lunch and if you wanted to during a different time to walk around the building. So if there's opportunities to walk outside, I would encourage you to take some time away from the desk and go walk outside. Get your body moving. If you have time to do it, or maybe when you get home from work, incorporate some new movement. You're really being called to move. Maybe dance, maybe just move your body around in different ways. Get up from that chair. Make sure that you're moving more. What's coming through is some of you may be getting motivated by things like a watch, counting steps, things like that. Whatever motivates you to move, it's time to move your energy. I'm also feeling coming through moving energy within your home. Some of y'all's homes have not had a lot of cleaning or rearranging in a very long time. It's been very stagnant. Things have been the same. It's time to clean out the old, get rid of things that are no longer resonating with you. You haven't either used in a long time, pass it on to someone else. Also, clean your home, get the energy moving in that home, brighten it up. You see, when you clean your home, or even if you just light a nice candle that has a good smell or something, and you just move some papers around and just get things a little more organized, it feels so good because the energy begins to get clean. And so it's a different feeling in that room. And so there's whole studies and things around this. There's people that work in feng shui, which is that it's about the energy of the room. And so all of this is very interesting. So you're being called to move energy, move. What I'm seeing here is just the stagnation of the swamp. If we stay stagnant, if we stay laying down, sitting down all day, not moving our bodies, we begin to deteriorate. Just like the swamp begins to get stinky. We get less creatures wanting to live there. It's very, very like it doesn't have a lot of oxygen, so it can't maintain that plant life and that animal life. It's just swamp. So that's what I'm getting coming through is that it's time to move so that we can have more energy, which creates more creativity. And when we're creative and we start to see things in a creative way, we actually engage the inner child. And what happens at that point is we experience joy, we experience childlike nature and joy and playfulness. And so you're being called to play now. We don't have to pick up the books, study, read all these books, watch all these videos. You have it all. What's coming through is you have all the knowledge, everything that you need to know, whether you think it's intellectual, spiritual, whatever it happens to be, you already have all of it within you. You're whole and complete right now in this moment. So you're being asked, called, and just being pushed and just being like nudged, just like a little friend at the door. Can you come out and play? Can you come out and play with me, please? Can you come out and play? So that's what's being called for. Play. So, how do we do that? Again, we get moving. We're being called to move the body, dance, exercise, get your steps, go outside in nature, play with your dogs, play with your cats, play with your children if you have them. What a blessing. Play with them. Go out there, have walks with other people, connect with others, move energy in your home, clean up, get those things out that don't belong there. Just begin to move. The next thing that's coming through is to move on your gift. Many of you have begun your gift. You have now walked into it. You've either started your YouTube channel, you started writing your book, you started your music. You may have opportunities that have landed in your lap and now you're going for those. And so you're being called to continue to move forward. Don't go back. Don't get stagnant. Many people have found comfort in where they're at, and you're being called for more. And so what's coming through is that you are meant for more and you know that deep down inside. So it feels actually uncomfortable to be stagnant. So you're being called to continuously move, and that'll be healthy for your body. So many of you are feeling some things in your stomach, some tightness, or at times some discomfort. Again, that's coming through as it's time to move. And as we move, those things in our stomach begin to kind of relax and they have movement in themselves. They need some space, they need you to move your body around. So that's what's being called for. There's just different things that are wanting to be released. So you're going to be feeling releasing in different ways in your body. Okay. So that is what's coming through today. And it really was all coming through around this feeling of the swamp. And I really wish that I could have filmed it out there so you could have the swamp in the background. But the goal or the message of this video is not the swamp. It is truly to move your energy, to move around, to move into creativeness, to move into playfulness, to move into who you truly are, your authentic self. So if this message resonated with you, give me a thumbs up, a heart, comment down below. I love getting your comments. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Everybody has been so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have each and every one of you here. So I will catch you on the next video. I love you all.